Senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo setting the background for the conversation that I'm going to have with her now, who joins me in studio. Ziyanda, good morning to you. So Khehla Sitole out.
Yeah.
The question you've raised at the start of that piece is whether or not he's going to be the only one in the security service.
Well, we know that the president during the State of the Nation address promised to institute changes. Whether or not, though, that means political principles is another thing. And, you know, recently the president was asked about this culture of impunity, especially when it comes to his executive and the cabinet. And his response was that, you know, South Africa is a relatively young democracy and there will be improvements. Why is this an important point to raise? Well, in essence, as I've put in my piece, there's just been a lot of musical chairs. The former State Security Minister, Ziyanda Ngcobo, went back to public service and administration. Former Defense Minister was then appointed as the National Assembly Speaker. Too much furor and, you know, upset within society. But also there are many who are calling for Police Minister Xoli's head. Now, he said that this would be unwarranted because that report into the July unrest says that the executive as a whole should take responsibility, and the president did say that cabinet would be taking responsibility as a whole. But is that good enough, Xoli? It's been 8 months since that July unrest, and to date, it's unclear whether or not, even though you're making these changes, just how much the situation is going to change for the better.
And these changes, Ziyanda, are happening at the level of accounting officers, if you like. These are bureaucrats.
Yeah.
And it does appear that that is where this is going to be focused. And so we are going to talk a little later, if we have time, about whether or not we should expect changes in the actual cabinet.
Yes.
Because, as you rightly say, some are calling for Xoli's head. Let's focus the attention a little bit, though, because there have been developments overnight. The president appointing Ms. Thembisile Majola as the Director General at the State Security Agency. Do we know who she is and the kind of roles that she has played in the public service?
I think that information is still coming to the fore, Xoli, but she's someone who's been said has, you know, a lot of experience when it comes to state security. However, I think as we saw, you know, outlined in the reports, the high-level panel review reports by, you know, Dr. Sidney Mufamadi, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done within the State Security Agency, right? We know now it's been moved within the presidency, and there's still a lot of questions around whether or not this is even the right move to have made. And as you've said, a lot of the changes now seem to be at a bureaucratic level, but is the problem not at the political level then, Xoli, where we've seen, and which has been said, that it's the factional battles within the governing party that are permeating critical institutions within the state?
Let's go then to the issue of whether or not we are going to see changes at cabinet level. Is the president likely to do that? Would there even be an appetite for something like that to happen, given the elective conference of the ANC that we are going to see towards the end of the year?
There's not much of an appetite for that. Already, just during the period of the unrest, when there was already a call for the removal of Police Minister Xoli, that he's someone who has played a critical role in ensuring the ascendance of President Cyril Ramaphosa into office in 2017, being someone who comes from KwaZulu-Natal, which is the biggest branch of the African National Congress across